today I'm holding one of my favorite rock records of all time. This is ZZ Top's Tres Hombres. Now, I, just like a lot of kids my age at the time, really became aware of ZZ Top around Eliminator and had heard some songs here and there on the radio and knew about them, but didn't know much until Eliminator came out and wiped the floor with us. We were just knocked out and listened to it. I got really curious and wanted to know about what ZZ Top albums to check out, and I went to my local record store at the time, which was called Mr. Cheapo's. There's a version of it out in Long Island in New York still, but there was one on Main Street in Queens and Flushing, and I used to go there literally 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 times a week as I got older. And I walked in and I said, "Hey man, do you have any old ZZ Top records? Which one should I check out?" I think I was 11 years old, and the owner, well, actually I had to be 12, right? Because that's when Eliminator came out in my age, so I'm dating myself. And the owner just looked at me square off and he said, "You don't need to own any other ZZ Top record except for Tres Hombres." Now, I don't agree with that statement, but he was so convincing at the time. I said, "All right, well, you got it?" And he sold to me for $2. He said, "Yes, son." He said, "You should own this record." And boy, he was definitely right about how badass this album is. This remains my favorite ZZ Top record. It's just incredible. The three of them are just putting it down, and this is where they caught their sound, right? The famous cuts that everyone talks about, of course, obviously LaGrange was the big hit on this and really made ZZ Top explode, right? But to this day, they not only play LaGrange, but they play the famous opener and second song, right? Waiting for the Bus, that goes right into Jesus Just Left Chicago, which is possibly one of the best 1-2 punches ever, committed to wax. Just amazing. So I was floored right away. Just this understated yet raw guitar, right? You have Billy Gibbons playing with his quarter instead of a pick. So you have this buzzing going on, and the three of them are just setting down low down hard rocking grooves. I love this album though. But I want to say, outside of those tracks, right, there's great songs. Moving on down the line, I don't even understand how that wasn't like a hit single, right? Just a great song, great riff. And then there's my favorite song of all time by ZZ Top, which is called Precious and Grace. And we meet these two women who do some interesting things for the band and put them in a position, right? It's not exactly what you think, so you have to check out the song. Great lyrics, incredible groove, just really just badass. Like when you listen to it and you think, wow, this was laid down in the early 70s, I think this is 72 or so, you're just kind of like, wow, right? Really terrific, timeless record, still sounds huge. I know a lot of the bands I love, like Rival Sons, and other rock groups that are doing it and laying it down, know this album well. I always kind of maintain that this album and then Montrose's first album were just like this 1-2 punch of early 70s American hard rock that just kicks complete butt and still stands the test of time. So again, if you put this on, you're not going to say, "Oh wow, this sounds like this old 70s record. It's not really current." It still sounds fantastic, right? And the singing is great. The playing is great. We miss Dusty Hill big time. What an incredible musician, great band. But like I said, you want to check out Tres Hombres. Also, the gatefold sleeve is pretty awesome, right? For my European friends and for anyone checking out, this is the Euro record. I have both of them because this album, although it has a cool gatefold sleeve, I always felt that it sounded a bit subdued, the American pressing. I was really excited when I got this pressing when I was in Europe maybe 20 years ago, and I found it really cheap. The quality of this pressing is considerably better. It sounds really electric, and I know it sounds like a vinyl nerd here, but if you are a ZZ Top fan, you want to hear Tres Hombres done right, I would definitely recommend that you try to find the European pressing because it gives a little more sizzle, okay? But anyway, any way you slice it, Tres Hombres, ZZ Top, killer album. Go get it if you don't have it.